welcome to another episode of Mindspeak, now relayed every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Friends, the situation on COVID is getting more and more serious as cases are increasing and small towns and villages are now being affected across the country. Please make sure that we stay safe and practice all safety norms. Businesses have been going through some most difficult times, and we as members of the gem and jewelry community are also feeling the brunt of this recession. At such time, people always say, कुछ साइड में नया बिजनेस अगर होता तो बहुत अच्छा होता. It is a fact, as the saying says, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Similarly, we must have our fingers in many pies. तो क्या है हमारे रत्न और आभूषण उद्योग में विविधीकरण की संभावना है? चलो आज हम ये जानते हैं क्या है नए रास्ते और नए मकाम. आज हमारे साथ कुछ इस वेबिनार के पैनल में जुड़े हुए हैं जिन्होंने अपनी तरफ से बिजनेस में विविधीकरण अलग अलग तरीकों से किया है. कुछ नए सोच, नई उमंगों, नई रचनाएं, नई संभावनाएं सुनाने के लिए पैनलिस्ट हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं और इनका मैं इंट्रोडक्शन करूंगा. शुरू करते हैं विद रवि चौकसी फ्रॉम दामोदर दास ज्वेलर्स इन वडोदरा. दामोदर दास ज्वेलर्स एक बहुत पुरानी पीढ़ी है बड़ौदा में और बहुत ही बढ़िया काम करती है और मेरा उनसे काफ़ी सालों से परिचय है. इनकी जॉइंट फैमिली भी एक बहुत ही अच्छा उदाहरण है एक संयुक्त परिवार का और के बारे में समझने का. रवि खुद एक फोर्थ जनरेशन इस ज्वेलरी बिजनेस में है. कुछ सालों में इन्होंने अपने बिजनेस को काफ़ी डाइवर्सिफाई किया है और काफ़ी अदर फील्ड्स में वो जुड़े हैं. लाइक रियल एस्टेट डेवलपमेंट में वो आए हैं. उनके काफ़ी प्रोजेक्ट्स बन रहे हैं आज. एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग के जगह पर ये लोग आए हैं. मुझे याद है बहुत सालों से प्रकाश भाई मुझे कह रहे थे कि हम एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस करते हैं. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, बट उन्हीं से समझेंगे हम. और सबसे बेस्ट बात है कि ये फिल्मों का भी प्रोडक्शन और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं. तो थोड़ा ये भी बात हमको इंटरेस्टिंग लगी तो हम सुनेंगे उनसे. चौकसी फैमिली के नए बच्चे जब बिजनेस में जुड़ने जाते हैं तो उनकी कोशिश ये रहती है कि उन्हें इस बिजनेस ज्वेलरी के बिजनेस के बजाय उनको एक नए बिजनेस में इन्वॉल्व करें. ये उनकी मान्यता रही है हमेशा. हमारे साथ और एक व्यक्ति हैं कमल सिंघानिया. ये आभूषण इंडिया ज्वेलरी बिजनेस के नाम से बिजनेस चलाते हैं. ये जमशेदपुर से हैं ओरिजिनली, जो झारखंड में मौजूद है. ये फर्स्ट जनरेशन ज्वेलर हैं जिन्होंने 1989 में अपना बिजनेस शुरू किया है. फिलहाल कमल जी जीजेसी के डायरेक्टर भी हैं. इन्होंने मिल्क इंडस्ट्री में डाइवर्सिफाई किया है. इन्होंने एक प्लांट अमूल के लिए एक प्लांट लगाया है जो सारे झारखंड को सप्लाई करता है. इन्हीं से समझेंगे इनकी विविधीकरण की उपलब्धियां के बारे में. Then we have another young and dynamic Mr. Ankit Mehta, a Warwick Business School graduate in business marketing and strategy, co-founder of Walking Tree. Walking Tree's curated, consumer-driven retail brands have each been born of a vision to make jewelry more relevant and relatable while pushing the cutting-edge design, engineering, and product design talent. Walking Tree's brands reach Europe and Asia. They include consumer retail brands in the name of Unsaid Library in Europe, Her Story in India, Shades of Love in China, as well as design and lab manufacturing, Walking Tree India in Mumbai, and a B2B brand, Walking Tree China in Asia. Ankit believes in being one step ahead, envisioning and therefore realizing what the market doesn't know about its needs. It is in this respect he is responsible for expanding and diversifying the portfolio of the family business H. Deepak, which is the world's largest manufacturer of princess cut diamonds and specialists of unwound diamonds since the 1990s. Every jeweler in some way or the other must have connected himself with H. Deepak sometime in his career. Besides his strategic ventures into retail, Ankit's initiatives over the last decade have also been in 3D printing through Imaginarium, India's largest 3D printing company, and 10x brand Capital, which is an incubator of young brands. We have another interesting jeweler from Nagpur, Viraj Sheth. Viraj is a partner of Batukbhai and Sons Jewelers, a retailer in the Indian jewelry industry and a big name in Nagpur. He is currently the third generation, representing 5 decades old household jewelry name, Batukbhai Sons, which is very well known in the entire Vidarbha region. He's a recently graduated business management and specialization in retail and marketing from London, and has been currently pursuing the management for family course at the ISB. His major focus is consumer relationship management, which helps to maximize the sales of his enterprise. He personally feels that the key to a healthy running business is nothing but the one-to-one quality relation you share with your manufacturers and your clients. After this, we have another senior gentleman, Mr. Nitin Khandelwal, who actually needs no introduction because he is an institution of his own kind and we are all his students. But the principal of this institution did not become one by mistake. He is a staunch Rotarian. He has been the assistant governor and president of his club, an avid reader, a thinker, a strategist, a man with immense capabilities and understanding. He was also the immediate past chairman of GJC and knows the gem and jewelry more than all of us combined and put together. And our dynamic moderator today is Mr. Hemant Shah, an articulate orator, a speaker, an IIT graduate from Kanpur, involved with the gem and jewelry industry for over 25 to 30 years, a man with unique skills and talents and a great revivalist of the ancient Indian arts like Bidri and Dogra. So without further ado, I hand over and request Hemant Bhai to start this webinar. Over to you, Hemant Bhai.
Thank you, Ashok Bhai. Thank you very much. Sayyam, has Nitin Bhai joined us yet?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't.
I think
he will be joining in by the time you.
We'll start, wait for our guru and ask him questions and take Gnan from him when he joins us. But in the meantime, let us start the panel discussion. So we are talking of diversification, विविधीकरण. Diversification बहुत तरीके से हो सकता है. There are 3 different types of diversifications that one generally thinks of. One is what we call concentric diversification. Concentric diversification is गाढ़ा विविधीकरण. मतलब कि आप जो एरिया में है, जो प्रोडक्ट बेचते हैं, जो टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करते हैं, वो ही एरिया में आप ज्यादा विकास करें, ज्यादा एक्सपांड करें, उसे एक कदर का विविधीकरण मानते हैं. ये चीज में कुछ ज्यादा नया सीखने को नहीं होता है, कुछ ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी नई नहीं आती है, लेकिन जरूर से आपको इसमें मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी और मार्केटिंग एफर्ट अलग से डालना पड़ता है. तो ये एक तरह का है जो सबसे आसान है, जिसमें रिस्क सबसे कम है, क्योंकि आप ऑलरेडी जानते हैं कि ये एक्सपेंशन, ये विविधीकरण क्या होता है और उसका क्या रिजल्ट आएगा. इसको छोड़ के एक और है जो इसको बोलते हैं हॉरिजॉन्टल डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। हॉरिजॉन्टल डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का मतलब ये है कि वो क्षैतिज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, विविधीकरण है। आप एक एरिया में है और उसी एरिया में आप एक्सपेंड करेंगे, बट नॉट विद द सेम प्रोडक्ट, अलग सा प्रोडक्ट लेके, अलग सी टेक्नोलॉजी शायद लेके। एग्जाम्पल उसका दूं तो मैं बोलूंगा कि कोई एक ब्रांड है जो कपड़े बेचती है। अभी वो कपड़े बेचने में से जब वो एसेसरीज भी बेचना चालू करे तो उनका एरिया ऑफ ऑपरेशन स्प्रेड होता है हॉरिजॉन्टली, लेकिन उनको वही कंज्यूमर ऑडियंस को माल बेचना है। उनको एक नया मार्केट नहीं ढूंढना होता है, उनको वही मार्केट में नया प्रोडक्ट बेचना होता है। तो इसमें भी मार्केट ढूंढना नहीं पड़ता है, लेकिन डेफिनेटली मार्केटिंग की असर और मार्केटिंग का तरीका आपको बदलना पड़ता है। और ज्यादातर ऐसे केस में क्या होता है कि आपका जो एग्जिस्टिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, एग्जिस्टिंग नेटवर्क है, वो ही आपको काम में आ जाता है। लेकिन जो तीसरा है वो सबसे बड़ा डाइवर्सिफिकेशन है, उसको हम बोलेंगे कॉन्ग्लोमरेट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। उससे क्या होता है कि एक कंपनी जो है वो 4 अलग एरिया में, 4 अलग क्षितिज में काम करना चालू करेगी, और सब कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट हो सकता है। 1 हो, 2 हो, 4 हो। और जैसे अभी अशोक भाई ने एग्जाम्पल दिए कि जो अंकित ने किया है, जो कमल जी ने किया है, जो रवि और प्रकाश भाई ने किया है, वो एक इस तरह का डाइवर्सिफिकेशन है। ये डाइवर्सिफिकेशन बिल्कुल आसान नहीं है, क्योंकि उसमें आपको एक नया धंधा सीखना पड़ता है। तो रिस्क भी ज्यादा है, क्योंकि आप वो धंधे के बारे में जानते नहीं है, एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है। लेकिन ये जो है वो सबसे बेटर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। ये क्यों? आदमी डाइवर्सिफिकेशन क्यों करता है? आदमी डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इसलिए करता है कि उसे एक तो उसका कमानी बढ़ाना है, और मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली उसको अपना रिस्क मिटिगेट करना है, उसको रिस्क स्प्रेड करना है। अगर आप फर्स्ट टाइप जो पहले सबसे बताया वो गाढ़ा विविधीकरण करेंगे, तो आपका रिस्क हमेशा वही रहता है। आप ज्वेलरी में है और ज्वेलरी में ही डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करते रहेंगे, तो अगर कभी भी इकोनॉमी खराब हुई, कभी भी कोई ज्वेलरी पे प्रॉब्लम आया, तो आपका पूरा जो एक्सपैंडेड यूनिट है उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम आएगा, क्योंकि वो सब एक ही स्पेस में है। लेकिन अगर आप हॉरिजॉन्टल या कॉन्ग्लोमरेट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन अगर करते हैं, तो ये रिस्क बहुत कम हो जाता है, क्योंकि ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि जब ज्वेलरी नहीं बिके तो कपड़ा नहीं बिके।
बेसो हूं कर दऊं छू, बेसो।
और सॉरी, ओके, सो इट इज, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि जब कपड़ा ज्वेलरी ना बिके तो कपड़ा ना बिके, और जब ज्वेलरी नहीं बिके तो गाड़ी ना बिके, या ज्वेलरी नहीं है तो दूध ना बिके, या ज्वेलरी नहीं है तो फिल्म ना बिके। तो ये हमेशा जो एक्सपेंशन होता है वो आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि आपका ध्येय क्या है। आपको अगर रिस्क मिटिगेट करना सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, तो आपको गाढ़ा नहीं, लेकिन आपको हॉरिजॉन्टल या आपको कॉन्ग्लोमरेट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करना चाहिए। आजकल क्या हुआ है, और मुझे बहुत लोग पिछले 4 महीने में पूछते आए हैं कि हेमंत, डाइवर्सिफिकेशन कहाँ कर सके? ओके, इसमें 2 टाइप के डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। एक है डिफेंसिव डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, जहां आप अपना बचाव करना चाहते हैं। जैसे कि आज की तारीख में मार्केट डाउन है, तो आपका इनकम बचाने के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हैं, वो एक है। दूसरा है ऑफेंसिव डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। ऑफेंसिव डाइवर्सिफिकेशन मतलब क्या है कि वो आदमी अटैक करता है कि मुझे कोई रिस्क लेना ही नहीं है, मैं आज जब सब सही है तब रिस्क लेके मैं डाइवर्सिफाई करूंगा और उसके बाद उससे आगे बढ़ूंगा। ये जो डाइवर्सिफिकेशन की चर्चा है आज, हमारे पास 4 ऐसी कंपनी, ग्रुप, फैमिलीज है जिन्होंने ये सब टाइप के डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में कोशिश की है। हमारे पास आज है कमल जी, जिन्होंने कमल जी आपसे ही शुरू करता हूं। आपसे मैं पहला क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं कि हम सब में से आप फर्स्ट जनरेशन ज्वेलर है। अगर आप फर्स्ट जनरेशन ज्वेलर है, दैट मीन्स आप ये धंधे में भी डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के हिसाब से आए होंगे। तो क्या आपका पहले धंधा था या आपका फैमिली का धंधा क्या था, और आपने क्या सोच लेके आप ज्वेलरी के बिजनेस में आए?
थैंक यू हेमंत भाई। गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। पिताजी का पहले बंधक का बिजनेस था, जैसे छोटे गांव देहात में होता है ना, बंधक मॉर्गेज। और मेरी 16 साल की जब एज थी तब वो एक्सपायर कर गए। तो 18 साल की उम्र में मैंने काम करना चालू किया। चाचा ने एक 150 स्क्वायर फीट का मुझे चांदी का शोरूम करवा करके दिया, और वो स्टोरी वहां से स्टार्ट हुई है। 30 साल में आज 3000 स्क्वायर फीट का हमारा स्टोर है, जिसमें सोना, चांदी, हीरा सब कुछ है, ऑल टाइप ऑफ ज्वेलरी। और एक और स्टोर मैं खोलने जा रहा था, बट इन द मीन टाइम एक अच्छा ऑफर आया अमूल की तरफ से, तो वो सारा पैसा मैंने डाइवर्ट करके आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दैट।
वेरी गुड। अच्छा, अभी मैं प्रकाश जी आपका इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं हुआ है। प्रकाश काका, मेरे लिए वो चाचा है मेरे। प्रकाश चाचा भी दामोदर से है, एंड ही इज द सीनियर दिस थिंग, रवि के चाचा है। प्रकाश अंकल, आपको एक माय क्वेश्चन पहले पूछना चाहता हूं कि आप संयुक्त परिवार है, इतना बड़ा परिवार है, आपने डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का कैसे सोचा और कैसे आप ये अलग अलग फील्ड में आए?
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। तो हेमंत भाई ने क्वेश्चन अच्छा किया है। तो हम काफी टाइम से गोल्ड के बिजनेस में थे, ऑलमोस्ट 3 जनरेशन हमने गोल्ड के बिजनेस में पसार किया। उसके बाद जब नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, 4th जनरेशन जब आने लगा, तो हमने सोचा कि अभी वी नीड टू हैव सम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। जैसे साहब उन्होंने बताया कि रिस्क अलग अलग जगह पे रखना चाहिए, उसके हिसाब से। तो पहले हमने शुरू किया कि भाई क्या करे, तो उसके हिसाब से सोचा कि भाई कुछ एजुकेशन साइड पे जाए। तो एजुकेशन साइड पे जाने के लिए हमने काफी कुछ तलाश किया, और हमने बाद में पता चला कि एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस इंजीनियरिंग का कोर्स है, जिसमें अभी काफी जगह है करने की, कुछ करने की, और काफी कोई लोग उसमें खास गए हुए नहीं है। तो DGCA से हमने परमिशन लेके वो एक कोर्स चालू किया 2006 में। तो स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा ऑलवेज कोई भी अलग लाइन लेते तो स्टार्टिंग में डिफिकल्ट होता है, बट अभी वो काफी अच्छा चल रहा है। इट इज अ 6 सेमेस्टर सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स। उसमें जो एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस चलाने के पहले जो इंस्पेक्शन होता है, वो इंस्पेक्शन हमारा स्टूडेंट जो ग्रेजुएट होकर जाता है वही करता है, और वो साइन करने के बाद फ्लाइट टेक ऑफ करती है।
वेरी गुड।
तो उस तरह से हुआ, और वो करते करते हमने वो कॉलेज के लिए हमने जगह ली, और उसके अंदर से हमको एक नया साइट मिल गया कि चलो इसमें तो रियल एस्टेट भी करने जैसा है। कॉलेज का बिल्डिंग बनाते बनाते ही हमको थोड़ा बहुत, एक लड़का वहां जा रहा था, एक बेटा वहां पे जा रहा था, तो उसमें से वो भी आइडिया आया। तो कॉलेज के बाजू में जगह लेके फिर थोड़ा कंस्ट्रक्शन का चालू किया। तो जॉइंट फैमिली था, और वी हैड अ लॉट ऑफ हैंड्स, तो वी कैन डू इट। चलो एक तो कॉलेज संभाल रहा है, तो एक लड़का वो कंस्ट्रक्शन का भी संभालने चालू कर दिया। तो इस तरह से जॉइंट फैमिली होने से, और सबका माइंड सेट एक ही होना है, तो इस तरह से बिजनेस होने लगा। और रिसेंटली में मूवी का बात चालू किया, उसमें 10 टास्कन फाइल बनाया है। दैट वाज अ गुड सक्सेस। इट इज ऑल्सो रनर टू द ऑस्कर इन 2019। और एक बात और मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि एक और भी हमने चालू किया है, जो शायद प्रोफाइल में लिखने का, हम इंटरनेशनल डोमेस्टिक आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर भी हमने किया है। दैट इज अ financial conflicts between the companies, government and companies, that is resolved in that arbitration center. और आज तक गवर्नमेंट उसमें भी ज्यादा वो कर रही है, तो we are also in that particular, we are not doing directly that arbitration. We have number of arbitration in that. 125 arbitrators are there with us.
Can carry on.
Because we are a joint family and we are all together. That's yes. Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic. So, I'm asking you one quick question. कि आपने इतना एक्सपैंड किया, बच्चे लोग को अलग अलग जगह पे लगाया, उसका एक फायदा ये भी होगा ना कि जो बेस बिजनेस था उसमें कभी कोई झगड़ा या ओवरलैप नहीं होने के कारण फंक्शनिंग ज्यादा स्मूथ हो गया होगा? नहीं,
नंबर ऑफ पीपल जितने जितने ज्यादा अंदर आते थे वो अलग अलग हुए तो ज्यादा अंदर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कम होगा ना। ज्यादा एक ही जगह पे सबको बिठाएंगे तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा।
सही बात है।
सबको अलग अलग जिम्मेदारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे देंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा।
सही बात। ओके, माय नेक्स्ट, सॉरी,
बेस्ट थिंग इज हमने कोथली एक रखा हुआ है।
हाँ, वो तो जरूरी है। मुट्ठी तो बंद चाहिए। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। ओके, Ankit, I would like to come to you. You are from a diamond family, and my experience with diamond family tells me that whether somebody is at a Warwick or any other place, by and large, they come back straight into the diamond business and focus predominantly on that. Some people move into jewelry, but you have done a concentric expansion, a concentric diversification with a big difference, in the sense that you are at every stage of the pipeline, right from getting the rough up to the fingers of the consumer. Can you tell me how this philosophy evolved and what were the challenges you faced? Because every stage of the pipeline, according to me, requires a different mindset. How did you manage to go right from there to the D2C level with brands internationally, that too? We'd love to hear from you on that.
Thank you. Actually, Hemant bhai, for any family business, one person does not bring change or diversification. I have to say that my family and घर में जो भी family में जो भी seniors हैं, मेरे पापा और चाचा, I think a lot of the vision in our group has been because of them. We've only been, as the second generation, we've only been good executors उनके vision के. इस पूरे जो आप journey की बात कर रहे हैं from source to the consumer, I think उसके पीछे एक single belief है कि जैसे my father always says, गीता में से परिवर्तन ही संसार का नियम है, and that is something that especially in today's times where we are seeing the entire world around us, पूरा उलट पलट हो गया है, that existing businesses, any business, however good it may be, will find it difficult to survive. So Papa used to always say that एक coconut tree आज के समय में इतना जब मौसम होता है उसके बदले let's build a banyan tree. And if you ask me, the entire source of our पूरे सोच के पीछे banyan tree का inspiration है कि जब एक business अच्छा चलता हो तो उसके बाजू में supporting businesses build करते जाओ और वैसे पूरा एक ऐसा strong ecosystem build हो जाए. So इसलिए हमारे जर्नी में हमने पापा और चाचा ने प्रिंसेस कट की मोनोपोली ऑलमोस्ट वर्ल्ड में एच दीपक के थ्रू बनाई थी, बट एक ही बिजनेस में एक ही कंट्री में हमारा इतना बड़ा बिजनेस और प्रॉफिटेबल था. तो जब मैं पढ़ाई करके आया तो पापा ने ये बताया दैट एक बिजनेस पे इतना हम लोग भले कितना भी पैसा कमा ले, इट इज नॉट स्मार्ट कि एक ही बिजनेस पे हम डिपेंडेंट रहे. इट वुड हैव बीन इजी कि एक कुर्सी पे आके बैठ जाओ, पैसे कमाते जाओ. बट आई थिंक उनके और चाचा का विजन ये था कि हमको एक लॉन्ग टर्म सोच करके बिजनेस बिल्ड करना चाहिए. इसलिए प्रिंसेस से बाकी सारे फैंसीज में गए, कॉन्सेंट्रिक डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, फिर धीरे धीरे अपॉर्चुनिटी ढूंढते ढूंढते डाउनस्ट्रीम गए, वर्टिकल इंटीग्रेशन, डाउनवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन, जहाँ पे ज्वेलरी बनाने में फिर सोचा कि चलो क्योंकि जितना भी अगर हम वैल्यू ऐड नहीं करते हैं और कमोडिटी बिजनेस पे रहेंगे, उतने जब समय डिफिकल्ट होते जाएगा तब उस बिजनेस को प्रोटेक्ट करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा. सो उस सोच से हम लोग एक एक करके इस जर्नी में आगे चलते रहे. ऑफ कोर्स अगर एरिया बदलता है, डायमंड से ज्वेलरी से रिटेल, तो उसमें सीखना पड़ता है, थोड़ा कॉस्ट भी बेयर करना पड़ता है, मिस्टेक्स भी हो जाती हैं. तो उसके लिए फैमिली का फुल सपोर्ट चाहिए, एक ग्रुप विजन चाहिए कि चलो थोड़ा मिस्टेक हो जाएगा तो चलेगा, थोड़ा प्रॉफिट इसमें डालेंगे और कम कमा लेंगे थोड़े साल के लिए तब भी चलेगा. सो आई थिंक वो अगर हम खाली प्रॉफिट के सोच से चलेंगे तो वो जर्नी नहीं कर सकते हैं. और हमने वो कंटिन्यूसली परस्यू किया है. तो एक एक एरिया में जैसे सक्सेस मिलते जाए वैसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज अपने आप से आने लगती हैं. और उससे हम लोग ना ही ज्वेलरी, इवन रिटेल, अब लैब ग्रोन में आपके साथ काफी सारा डिस्कशन होता है उस सब्जेक्ट में. तो हम लोग ऐसे ही लैब ग्रोन डायमंड्स में अपॉर्चुनिटी ढूंढ रहे हैं, या 3D प्रिंटिंग में. सब एक ही एरिया, एक बेस, एक बैंगन ट्री का एक ट्रंक है, उसके स्ट्रेंथ के ऊपर नए ब्रांचेस बनेंगे. और वो धीरे धीरे ट्रंक कब कहाँ, बेस ट्रंक क्या है वो पता भी नहीं चलेगा. तो आई थिंक दैट इज द इंस्पिरेशन. और हमारी एक कंपनी का नाम हमने वॉकिंग ट्री इसलिए रखा है उस बैंगन ट्री के इंस्पिरेशन से, कि हम लोग ऑलवेज लाइफ में वो एवोल्यूशन कंटिन्यूसली मार्केट और समय के हिसाब से करते रहे. सो आई थिंक दैट वुड बी द philosophy behind the entire journey.
But I think the way you are growing, you should have called it multiplying trees rather than just a walking tree. And anyway, I was not sure you were going to mention lab-grown diamonds. In fact, I have marked it in red in my notes.
For his age, what he has spoken,
yes.
I think brings a lot for us to learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I am now going to go to Viraj. Viraj, from all of us sitting here, you are coming from one business, one family that has grown from what, a 200 square feet shop to maybe a 20,000 square feet shop today. And you are like, today you are supposed to be the best retail outlet one can imagine practically in the whole of Maharashtra, if I'm not mistaken. I want to know how it has been the concentric expansion, diversification for you. How has it been? What was the process? And where did you start at when you were in a 200 square feet shop and where you are today? Can you shed some light on this? Because there are a lot of people here listening who are probably going to find that the easiest way to grow.
Absolutely. First of all, Hemant bhai, good evening everybody, and I would really like to take this opportunity and thank the whole team of Mindspace for this wonderful experience, learning experience since the past few months. तहे दिल से मैं शुक्रिया करना चाहूँगा. See, Hemant bhai, according to me, when it comes to running a jewelry business, it could be done in two ways, qualitative or quantitative, or you could also term it as run by through following a business ethics and culture or the corporate culture. You can be either satisfied by working out of one big showroom, but produce business equivalent to 2 or more showrooms, or probably run 2 multiple showrooms, Now, I come from a family-run business which has been into inception since 5 decades. And I belong to the 3rd generation of the business. Business की स्थापना मेरे दादाजी ने की थी. फिर उनसे लगाम उनके बेटों ने लिया और कारवा को और काफ़ी आगे बढ़ाया. अब आज की तारीख में मैं और मेरे कज़न ब्रदर हैं जो अपने लर्निंग्स और इनपुट्स से बिजनेस में क्वालिटेटिव चेंजेस लाने का प्रयास करते हैं रोज. See, India is one such country where jewelry buying is counted as being an auspicious activity. And it has always had a great business scope. So seeing the fruitful future in the industry, my grandfather and his sons over the years chose over internal diversification and not external. Since 50 years, our focus has been completely retailing of jewelry business. क्योंकि वही सिखाया गया है, वही सीखते आए इतने 50 सालों से. आज आप देख ही रहे क्या तेजी है गोल्ड की. The rates have been shot up like anything, resulting in it to be one of the safest investments with higher returns if you see it from consumer end. 50 साल पहले जब दादाजी ने 250 स्क्वायर फीट से शुरू किया था, उन्होंने सिर्फ बेसिक गोल्ड ज्वेलरी से किया था, like Bombay and Calcutta. With time we grew and we made a bigger showroom of 5,000 square feet. तब तक मेरे फादर, उनके ब्रदर्स आ गए थे बिजनेस में. फिर उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया गोल्ड ज्वेलरी में लाइक एंटीक, कुंदन, सिल्वर आर्टिकल्स. उसमें रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा मिलता रहा. फिर आगे बढ़ के उन्होंने पोल्की, जड़ाव. So you see very qualitative and very calculated steps they took over the years. Now in today's date, where the 3rd generation has stepped in, and in by God's grace and hard work, we're handling Central India's one of the largest showrooms with 25,000 square feet carpet area. and this has only been possible through the trust of the customers they've had in us. Now, Hemant bhai, this trust has let us diversify furthermore into our business internally. Today, we have dedicated floors for all kinds of jewelry. You say fine diamond jewelry, you say couture jewelry, you say platinum jewelry. Now, I have one whole floor dedicated to only corporate jewelry, corporate gifting. Now, I don't think so 25 years back, मेरे father ने, उनके brothers ने से सोचा भी होगा कि एक 2,500 square feet अपन सिर्फ corporate gifting के लिए दे देंगे, एक jewelry business में. But आज मैं वही corporate gifting में I am doing volume business. Now I am also exclusive dealers for high-end glassware and dinnerware like Versace, Roberto Cavalli, and Episode. So throughout the years, हमने fixed assets में investment ना करते हुए stock में invest किया. See, जब आप इस size का showroom लेके business कर रहे हैं, so you need to understand that inventory भी vast रहनी चाहिए. Your customers should be treated with a variety of jewelry to choose from. So the kind of stock that we have in our showroom could easily accommodate 2 to 3 smaller showrooms, you know. At the moment, it's my father, Bharat Bhai, his brother Kishore Bhai, and my cousin Mohit. We are into the business. So now what we have done is we all have our dedicated areas to look after, and we try to improvise on it every single day.
Right.
One more example of internal but external expansion I will take from our business is that मैं और मेरे brother, my cousin brother, हम लोग अपने comfort zone से बाहर निकलकर आज साल में 3 से 4 B2C shows कर रहे हैं. In order to give our brand a national reach. Now we have tapped markets like Mumbai, Raipur, Indore, and by God's grace, we have received a very positive and fruitful response. अब ऐसा feedback तभी possible है when you're able to provide your customers with best of variety, right? So over the years, this has been our mantra. Now times have changed. Competition is, it's rooftop high. And now that there are little helping hands, and so we are also trying to see how we can diversify horizontally ahead. So probably we might come out with a showroom where we only, concentrate on high-end jewelry or something like that. So something like that is on the cards. But since 50 years, this is how our concentric diversification has been for us.
So you have made small forays into the horizontal space by giving high-end cutlery and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great.
And I'm getting very good business.
I will come back to you with some more questions on that.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I would like to pick Kamalji's brains again. Kamalji, when you thought of expansion, as you just mentioned some time back, you were thinking of opening another showroom. But then this opportunity came up. I want to understand your thought process and how is it that you decided to take a leap into an unknown area rather than go with a more comfortable zone of having a second shop? I'd like to pick your brain and understand what was your thought process at that time.
देखिए, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मुझे बचपन से ही गाय दूध का बहुत शौक था. And it's by God grace it has come back to. जो आपका जो सपना होता है ना, ये मेरे लिए तो बहुत मतलब पूरा हो गया.
Right.
Actually, I was trying to expand, as you said, कि मैं दूसरा शोरूम स्टार्ट करने वाला था. But in the meantime, मेरे जो in-laws हैं कोलकाता में, they are with Amul for the last 40 years. वहाँ उनका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है. तो उनके थ्रू पता चला कि झारखंड में they are trying to open a plant. They are looking for a third party. So this is all how it came. फिर पालनपुर का चक्कर, आनंद का चक्कर, काफी वो लोग का आना जाना. और what I wanted was a 365-day business. ज्वेलरी में पिछले 2-3 साल से जो ऐसा महसूस हो रहा था, कभी कभी डर लगता था कि आगे क्या होगा. और जैसा अशोक भाई ने बोला कि सारे अंडे बास्केट में नहीं रखने चाहिए. तो this is what I thought the right moment to diversify. बहुत परेशानियां आई, but ultimately by God's grace.
ये आपके पास ये अपॉर्चुनिटी आई कैसे?
मैंने बोला ना, मेरे इन-लॉज चूंकि अमूल का काम करते थे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का, उनके थ्रू खबर आई कि अमूल वाले झारखंड में प्लांट एस्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हैं.
Okay.
That's how it all started. और वो हम लोग बहुत छोटे रूप से स्टार्ट करते करते बहुत बड़ा विशाल ये हो गया. आज पूरे झारखंड में 14.5 लाख लीटर दूध की खपत है.
Wow.
Just imagine. And we have to cater the entire Jharkhand.
हाँ, वो मैं हमेशा ऐड देखता रहता हूँ, अमूल का दूध पीता है भारत.
और अभी लॉकडाउन में तो अभी जो हालत हुई है वो वही बिजनेस का ग्रोथ हुआ है, बाकी अपना तो सबको मालूम ही है क्या स्थिति है.
सही बात है. I would like to come back to Ankit. Ankit, we already know you are in the entire pipeline, but you have diversified into things like 3D printing. You have diversified into becoming an incubator for startups. Now, both these themselves are also very different fields. How is it that you decided to get into 3D printing? First, tell me about 3D printing. How is it that you decided to get into 3D printing?
So actually, 3D printing was not something that was my imagination. हमारे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट में लोग थे, 2 जन थे, दीपक भाई और कमलेश भाई, जो मेरे चाचा के साथ काम करते थे. एंड दे हैड एन आइडिया कि ज्वेलरी हम जितने भी सीप्स के ज्वेलरी मैन्युफैक्चरर्स है उस आई थिंक अर्ली 2000 में उनको हेल्प करने के लिए एक कैड कैम का नया टेक्नोलॉजी आया है. एंड so they had come up with the proposal and my chacha thought that it is a good idea कि चलो थोड़ा experiment करके देखते हैं. So that's how the journey started. Some of these things you don't really plan कि ऐसे इसमें 3D printing में future है, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं से opportunity आ जाती है. I think my chacha was quite forward thinking to move outside of diamonds into something new as a technology, and he likes technology in that sense. So उससे शुरुआत हो गया. फिर धीरे धीरे करते करते जब मैं पढ़ाई करके आया और उस टेक्नोलॉजी को समझने लगा, तब मैं एक्चुअली बहुत फैसिनेट हो गया था कि दिस इज एक्चुअली नॉट जस्ट कैड कैम एंड ज्वेलरी. इस टेक्नोलॉजी का स्कोप और उसकी एप्लीकेशन बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज में है. और तब फिर हमने उसको थोड़ा एक एक्सटर्नल हेल्प लिया, थोड़े कंसल्टेंट्स को लिया, उसका प्रॉपर रिसर्च करवाया, कंपनी का नाम पूरा स्ट्रक्चर चेंज किया, प्रोफेशनलाइज किया, पूरा सीईओ को लाया. And then we started venturing from jewelry to engineering. Now we are into a lot of medical applications, a lot of high-end engineering. Like we work closely with GE, with the government. So dhire dhire karke, once you are in a sector, then you have to get in people, you have to get in experts, and then once it takes a little while to learn, and uske baad once you get a hang of it, then it becomes easier. So it is for us, some of the opportunities have come. I think my family has been progressive to just take it and experiment.
So that's the important thing. An opportunity knocks only once, as they say.
Yeah.
And if you miss that knock, you're probably losing it. But let me just ask you a question on the side. Is this Deepak Bhai the same Deepak Bhai who is an alma mater of mine? He's also from IIT?
Yes.
Are we talking of the same Deepak Bhai?
I
met him. I think I had met him about 20 years back.
Yeah, he used to work in Rosy Blue before.
He used to work in Rosy Blue. Okay, then the same one. So he's also from IIT, yes.
He's the founder. He and Kamlesh Bhai are the founders of Imagine.
Okay. So now I have another question for you. Something you mentioned which strikes me as what is essential, but where people in our industry more often than not tend to shy away from it, which is the use of consultants and experts to advise you on how to grow your business or get into a new business. What would be your advice to the industry in general on this particular aspect?
I think my own experience has been that, of course, you will find two kinds of consultants. Some that just come and talk a lot and teach you things you already know in a better way. That's the general perception. So you will find people like that. But I think if you're trying to go into areas outside of your comfort zone, especially for us, for example, in retail or in 3D printing, we have no knowledge. I think how do you really get, because see, hum jitna bhi diversification ka baat kare, there is equally a school of thinking which is about core competency. Or if you just diversify, sometimes I know a lot of people and families who have burnt a lot of money trying to just enter areas like that, without doing proper homework or without getting the right expertise. So I think diversification sounds quite fancy, but if you don't do it correctly, it can even hurt you very, very bad. And in fact, there are businesses that can go completely haywire because unke core ko chhod ke you're trying to do so many other experiments that distract you and don't also make you lose your position. So for us, I think we never wanted to do that. What you have, hum har business ko वी आर प्राउड ऑफ एवरी बिजनेस. इट्स नॉट कि उस हमको ये धंधा छोड़ देने का है तो जाके कुछ और कर रहे हैं. आई थिंक इट हैज बीन टू सी कि व्हाट कैन वी डू मोर, हाउ कैन वी ऐड मोर वैल्यू, हाउ कैन वी गो मोर क्लोजर टू द कस्टमर. सो आई थिंक एक्सपर्टीज के बिना, आई थिंक एक्सपर्टीज से दो चीज होता है. हम लोग कई बार स्पेशली एज ए ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री एंड ऑल्सो इन अ फैमिली बिजनेस, हमारा सोच अंदर और अंदर ही समा रहता है. एंड उससे एक्सपोजर या थिंकिंग, बाहर का थिंकिंग आ नहीं सकता है. सो आई हैव हैड पर्सनली फॉर माई सेल्फ, especially for example, we have this incubator that you're talking about. Is in collaboration with some very, very smart people in branding and marketing. They have shaped my thinking over the last 10 years on how to think of consumers, how to think of branding. It would not be possible if I just go by my family business knowledge or domain that is acquired over the years. उसी को अगर लेके चले तो मैं वो सब चीज नहीं सीख पाता. I think हेमंत भाई, it is incredibly important that हम बाहर जाएं, अलग अलग टाइप के लोगों को मिले, टैलेंट को लाएं अंदर बिजनेस में अलग अलग एरिया से. वी हैव somebody today who runs Imaginarium, is a doctorate from IIT Powai.
Yes.
And he's a very, very educated guy, and people like this change your thinking. जब मैं Imaginarium से वापस डायमंड बिजनेस या ज्वेलरी बिजनेस में जाता हूँ तो उधर से हम लोग मर्सिडीज में जाके किसी को मिलते हैं या कोई ऐसे हाई एंड प्रोजेक्ट्स इंटरनेशनली भी कर रहे हैं. तो उसके सोच से देयर इज सो मच, यू कम बैक टू योर ओन, लेट्स से डायमंड बिजनेस, एंड उसके प्रिंसिपल्स यू कैन अप्लाई दैट. सो आई थिंक वो थिंकिंग को शेप करता है, थिंकिंग को वाइडन करता है. एंड आई थिंक उसके बिना डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करने जाए खाली पैसे के लालच में या ऐसे जस्ट एक शौक के लिए, then I think it can be quite painful sometimes, if I will be very honest.
I agree with you. I will now come to Ravi. Ravi, I have seen what kind of diversifications you guys have done. And Prakash uncle has told us very clearly of why he did it. But the choice of all the areas of diversification, especially the film thing, talks only of you youngsters getting into that area. Can you shed some light on this?
અવાજ આવે છે
રવિભાઈ? યા,
અવાજ આવે છે.
હા.
ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ તો મારે એમને એક બીજી વાત કરવી હતી. તમે જે પૂછ્યું ફિલ્મનું કે જોઈન્ટ ફેમિલીમાં રહી અને बिजनेस, सॉरी हिंदी में कहूँ कि जॉइंट फैमिली में होते हुए अपने डाइवर्ट करने का सोच रहे हैं. तो हमारी फैमिली ने, जो मैं 4th जनरेशन हूँ, तो काफी सपोर्ट दिया कि हमको करना है. नहीं तो मैंने काफी फैमिली देखे गुजरात में ही, कि गुजरात के बाहर तो निकले नहीं थे, तो गुजरात में देखे कि अपने करना चाहते हैं तो अंकल को नहीं पसंद है, पापा को नहीं पसंद है, बराबर है. तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा था कि पूरी फैमिली, हम 8 भाई है, पापा के 4 और हम 4, ऐसे हम 8 भाई बोलते. तो उस हिसाब से हमको सपोर्ट बहुत अच्छा मिला. और आपका जो था और आप लोगों का सपोर्ट, जो सबको हम लोगों ने देखा कि आप लोग के साथ हम लोग बैठते थे, तब हमको एक ही बोलते थे 2 शोरूम क्या लेके बैठे, और शोरूम करो और शोरूम करो. तो सेम शोरूम में नहीं जाना था, कुछ अलग करना था बिजनेस. तो उस हिसाब से हम डाइवर्ट हुए. और आप जो बोल रहे हो वो हम लोग जब भी कहाँ भी जाते तो फ्रेंड्स के साथ ही रहते थे. तो एक दिन हम लोग बैठे हुए थे और बात निकली कि चलो फिल्म का कुछ करते हैं. तो स्टार्ट किया था. सबसे पहले कॉलेज पे हमने, पापा कहते हैं, ये फिल्म बनानी स्टार्ट की थी और पैक हो गई, वो नहीं हो सका प्रोजेक्ट. फिर उसके बाद डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का सोचा तो वो स्टार्ट किया. उसमें हमने अपने ग्रैंड मस्ती, उसका बहुत सक्सेसफुल मिला ग्रैंड मस्ती में हमको. फिर अगेन मुझे पता नहीं, अभी नाम नहीं याद आ रहा है, वो किया. फिर ग्रैंड मस्ती में किया. फिर वो अपना ये वाला अब्बास मस्तान के साथ किया एक मूवी. उनके साथ रह के किया. मशीन किया. तो वैसे करते करते.
तो मुझे ये बताइए, आप एजुकेशन में कैसे घुसे?
एजुकेशन में प्रकाश अंकल के फ्रेंड आए थे एक बार, तो उनके साथ हम लोग बैठे थे और फिर प्रकाश अंकल के
मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि आप बोल रहे कि ये लाइन कैसे मिली, हमारे इतना बड़ा फैमिली और फ्रेंड सर्कल इतने, एंड वी रिस्पेक्ट एवरी मेंबर्स फ्रेंड्स, तो ज्यादातर लाइंस तो फ्रेंड्स लोग लेके ही आए। ये अभी बैठे, चलो प्रणय मेरा दूसरा भतीजा है, रवि का कजिन है, वो बैठा है तो बोला तू क्या यहाँ बैठा है, चल अपने दूसरा लाइन करते। तो वैसे ही एक अच्छे से फ्रेंड्स आ गया तो बोले चलो देखते, तो उसको भी वहां उसके साथ भेजा 1-2 महीने, उसने जैसे बोला आउट ऑफ द कंफर्ट ऑफ द लाइफ, 2-3 महीने बाहर गया तो सीख गया। तो देन वी स्टार्टेड विद बेसिकली वी वांटेड टू गो इनटू द dental colleges, but looking to the many things which we could not provide, तो उसमें हॉस्पिटल वगैरह चाहिए थी, उसकी परमिशन का थोड़ा, इसलिए तो then we diverted to the aircraft maintenance engineering. That was a easy line and it was not much taken by any other peoples. तो उस तरह से means कहना मतलब it is a more inputs were given by the friends and circle, and that way we go and again doing different businesses.
So did you also work with professional experts and professional consultants when you started all these projects?
Yes, it is necessary, because in our family no one is more known towards the education side, so we need to have a CEO and dean for other principal and how done for that particular college or institute, and mostly now it is run by them only. We just have to overlook it, but we have to dedicate certain people of that particular line.
Okay, Kamal ji, I would like to come back to you. जब आपने डेयरी का प्लान फाइनल किया, तब how did you understand the technology? How did you understand the business models that would be prevalent? And how did you create a team, which is very important to run any business, on something that was so new to you?
सबसे पहले तो मैंने एक कंसल्टेंट को हायर किया, एक एसके नंदी जी हैं जो जिन्होंने 50 साल वो अमूल के लिए काम किए थे.
Okay.
So I was very lucky कि I hired him, और उनके ही मतलब उनके ही नेतृत्व में हमने सारा काम किया. और जितने भी हमारे आज के दिन में स्टाफ हैं, लोकल तो हमारे को रखना पड़ा क्योंकि लैंड इश्यूज के कारण, और झारखंड का तो आप समझ सकते हो क्या स्थिति है, तो लोकल एम्प्लॉयज तो रखे ही हैं. और जितने भी टीओज हैं हमारे, सब नंदी जी के थ्रू अलग अलग प्लांट से उन्होंने ला करके हमारे को दिए हैं. और उनके साथ रह के ही बहुत कुछ हमारे को पॉलिश किया उन्होंने. काफी कुछ इंडस्ट्री के बारे में सिखाया, मिल्क इंडस्ट्री के बारे में.
Great. Okay. Viraj, you mentioned that you are considering some horizontal diversifications. Are you looking at horizontal diversifications, or are you looking at absolutely offensive conglomerate diversifications? What is your plan right now?
Hemant bhai, the thing is that at the moment it's just a rough picture in our head. We cater to a lot of niche market in Nagpur, the selective, you can say 150 families, right. The who's who, the creme. So what I have in mind is probably come out with a store where you can only cater to high-end needs. So probably jewelry, which is masterpieces, you can say, like only one in the world you'll get. So something like that we have in our mind, and then probably get in touch with a high-end designer, some clothes designer, and probably meet up with them and try to cook up something. But end of the day, want to stand out in the market.
Right.
Do something which your local competitors are not doing. And at the same time, it should give our brand the push which we have been getting since the last 50 years. So probably a leap step, but again, it's just hazy in our heads right now. It's the wrong time, to actually think about expansion right now. So probably when things cool down, we could probably get in touch with you and plan out something fruitful for Buttock Bhai's future.
Tell Bharat Bhai hello from me. Okay. So I have one more question for you, Viraj.
Yeah.
Is that when you are planning these kind of things, have you ever looked at an opportunity of spreading your wings without doing the trunk shows, but on a permanent basis outside of Nagpur?
Not as of now yet.
Not yet.
No,
Okay.
it would be first tapping the local market.
Yeah.
See, we have not had helping hands, right? My father, his brother, and my grandfather was there. But now that myself and my cousin are in the frame, we have helping hands. It's basically 4 of us now.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, if you try to come up with another store, probably me and my brother can take care of that store. Or probably if we come out with something else, as if so I had this thing in my mind where we could probably come up with multiple showrooms, but only dedicate those showrooms to a particular class of jewelry, say below 10 lakhs. So keep it completely local. You won't expect to get a couture piece over there or a fine high-end diamond jewelry over there. So probably something like that in the cards, but again, it might take some time. But it'll be Nagpur first, probably around Nagpur, and then if, by God's grace, probably some other city.
Okay. I'm going to come back to Prakash Uncle and Ravi. Ravi, you are in 3 different fields, and I'm sure you're now ready to get into something else now. You know, the kind of people you are, what we say is ke chain se baith nahi sakte hai. So are there any plans on paper or in your minds about what next?
Next, मैंने अभी बोला कि we have started with other people. Arbitrator center.
Yeah.
So that we have started in Baroda, and next we are opening office in Bombay. It is an international domestic arbitration center, and in that we are progressing. It is since 1 or 2 years. And now we are having arbitration. Just now we had arbitration of the local. We are trying for MSME. MSME confusion, conflicts are more there with governments. So that cases we will be handling mostly. And then we will be going to the international arbitration. We have one arbitration just now going on in Singapore. This way we are now moving towards the another. That is a new thing for us, and it is just started within 2 years or so.
Okay, so now I'm asking you a separate question. I know the construction business right now is in a pretty serious and dire straits, but have you looked at other opportunities within that business? And let me tell you why I'm asking you this, because I have a couple of friends who are in the construction business in Gujarat, and they are all hyperactive in the smart city business and the low-cost housing business. Is there an opportunity there? And are you looking at some such opportunity?
We are trying for that Mukhyamantri Awas Yojana. Means that they remove the slums and we create a tower for them and that type of. So we are trying for that, and mostly we will be doing it within a year or 2. Okay. Mostly it is 99% it is finalized, and now we will be handling it, that project. It is a huge project.
1800 flats.
1800 flats we are constructing for the lower class people, and then the project will be completed within 3 or 4 years. And that is a new project which you are just looking at. It is not low housing, but it is something like
the slum rehab.
Concerning the smart city.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Ankit, back to you. There was one statement in your profile which I just loved. You are saying that as a group, you love the process of envisioning and therefore realizing what the market doesn't know it needs. Okay, and for me, this is complete remembrance of what Steve Jobs used to say. By the way, I'm a big fan of his. Everything I have is Apple. What he used to say, and as I discussed with you a little earlier in the day, the example I gave you, that when he wanted money for developing the iPhone, the board of Apple asked him to first conduct a market research and see whether there would be an opportunity for such a phone and whether that money that they would invest would be worth it. And they gave him 1 month to do that. And this guy sat on his back and he did nothing for the 1 month. At the next meeting after a month, they asked him, what is the result? He said, I never did a survey. So he says, why? Saying, because the public doesn't know what I'm going to give them, nor can they visualize it. What would my survey tell me? It would tell me nothing. And we know the kind of a phone he created. It changed the dynamics of a phone. Today, a phone is not meant for talking. It is meant for everything else rather than talking. Okay, so give me an example of something where you have worked on such a dynamically new product, or maybe you have even supported some such dynamic new startup, which is, you know, where the market doesn't know what it needs, but it's going to get it.
I'll tell you. So obviously, Steve Jobs is a legend, and he's an inventor. None of our businesses are original inventions like that I can, you know, the example, or I cannot even think of anything close to that. But I'll give you, I mean, we have tried to pick on areas that have applications, newer applications in newer markets that sometimes needs a little bit of forward thinking or forward pushing. In fact, you know, in the time when we started Fabulous Unrounds as a jewelry in India,
Yes.
Especially in South India, the idea of fancy shapes was not really very prevalent. In fact, they were mostly questioning that ye diamond hai bhi ki nahi. With a lot of support from, at that time, GJF, I got a chance to be in a lot of platforms where we could educate, and we had to sort of push that market, because if you went to a jeweler as big as you may in the South, you would find one fancy shape in an entire stock.
Right.
So good, you know, I was smiling when you mentioned Steve Jobs, because I literally, the year when we started, Steve Jobs died and his book came out. So in order to explain to jewelers that you need to try and think of something different, we took his book, Fabulous Unrounds on top of it, and GCF used to have those events at that time. So literally we went to every person who would come into the booth, we would give them a Steve Jobs book.
Wow.
And we all need to, you know, please try and experiment, try and give us a chance, try and, you know, allow us to put some different kind of fancy shaped jewelry. And you see, maybe, you know, for a younger generation, you'll be able to differentiate, you'll be able to make more money, X, Y, Z. But that was the ideology that we borrowed from. Obviously, that's our inspiration also, my inspiration also. But there are innumerable, for us, we have always been attracted to areas where there is H. Deepak's tagline many years ago. We made it as a square in a round world. And the whole idea of that was to try and be in investments or in areas that are in some way different. And we use a philosophy called UN. So you'll see UN in a lot of our names.
Yeah, correct.
Which is the idea to try and, you know, try and be in markets or in applications or in technologies that are a little ahead of its time. And they sometimes therefore take a little bit of effort, patience. We've now also ventured into the medical areas, in a few areas like that, or even investments that are now coming to us are for people who are trying to do something different. Divine Solitaires is one example where my family has been a part of in the last few years, to try and change the way solitaires are sold in India. There's a lot of opportunity and good work that is happening, but it takes time, and
of course,
that is the challenging part when you're trying to do something that is different, that you really need to be passionate and believe in it will have a market.
So tell me, Ankit, from all these projects that we talked of and all the different products that you are mentioning, which one is closest to your heart?
That has not yet been created.
I like that. I like that one. Okay. Please keep us in the loop whenever you figure that out.
Cooking, in a few years, you'll see it.
Okay. I'm going to come back to Kamal ji. कमल जी, अभी आपने एक नया प्रोजेक्ट चालू किया है. आपका, what is your advice to all the people who are listening to us on diversification?
सर, हिम्मत बहुत चाहिए. पहला,
बिल्कुल,
अपने कंफर्ट जोन से निकलना ही बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है.
Yes.
That is the toughest part. क्योंकि जब आपके पास हैंड्स अगर नहीं होते हैं और आप कुछ अलग करना चाहो, तो that is a very big gamble, you know. But अगर आपका पैशन है, कुछ कर गुजरने की तमन्ना है, तो भगवान आपके साथ रहता है। और मैं अपने एंड से बोलूं, जो हम लोग जो छोटे-छोटे फार्मर से जो मिल्क कलेक्ट करते हैं ना, जो अमूल कल्चर जो है, तो वो जो खुशी है, मतलब मैं बयान नहीं कर सकता। यू कैन सी ऑन माय फेस, मतलब दैट्स एवरीथिंग, यू नो।
Okay. So Viraj, now you tell me that what is your advice to the gem and jewelry industry members on diversification?
On diversification?
Yes.
Okay. See, whatever I've been, see, it all depends from which perspective you're looking at it, Hemant bhai. Now, I being a retailer,
Yeah.
I have a completely different perspective to when it comes to diversification. Now, say if I see from manufacturer's point of view, so how Ankit bhai has been able to, take major steps in a lot of different things, and they're able to ace all of them at. So being a retailer, I can only say that yes, if you have helping hands, and if you see great scope, and if you have the brand images that if your name is a household name in your city, I guess there's a very good scope. Because as I mentioned earlier, gold, I mean, we are blessed to be in this industry, to be very honest, because buying gold jewelry is very auspicious here in India. So there's always a great and positive scope of doing business in this firm if you have expertise, if you have all the history. So yeah, I mean, but again, the time right now is not a very good time. So probably with things becoming better, it's always great to expand, because even we are planning to expand, but with qualitative and very calculated steps, because one wrong move and it can cost you a lot.
Absolutely.
So that's what like Eamon bhai, now how we now my brother and I, being third generation, we took calculative steps. We are doing B2C shows, indirectly we're expanding.
Yes, of course.
So we go to Bombay, we tell Bombay what Batuk Bhai is. We go to Indore, we go to Raipur, we show what Batuk Bhai is. And we also get a lot of positive feedback saying कि आप लोग यहाँ पे showroom क्यों नहीं खोल लेते हो? But the kind of business I'm doing there, probably thrice a year, it's more profitable to me. Why should I, go and
take up a long-term expense?
Exactly. So I have this risk factor where I can go and see where probably my jewelry is accepted. So slow steps, calculated steps are what is needed. Harsh decisions should not be taking place when it comes to our jewelry. Yeah.
Prakash bhai, as Damodar and as a senior player in the industry who has seen many seasons here, what is your advice to the gem and jewelry community, considering everything that is happening today all over the world and within the industry? What is your advice to the industry on diversification?
Diversification तो सबको करना चाहिए, मगर in our situation it was because we had a good hands. अभी diversification के ज़्यादा से अच्छा अपना business ही fruitful लग रहा है, looking to the scenario. तो सर अपने बिजनेस में ही सही तरह से ध्यान दिया जाएगा थोड़े टाइम, तो उसी में ज्यादा अच्छा रह सकता है लुकिंग टू द कमिंग फ्यू इयर्स. और डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के लिए मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ कि अपने आसपास बैठते हुए सब दोस्त वगैरह किसी को भी एक्सपीरियंस आदमी के साथ लेके वो डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करे तो इट विल बी मोर इजियर. अदरवाइज इट इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट नाउअडेज कि भाई दूसरा फील्ड में भी जाते हैं तो ऐसा इजी नहीं है कि इतना जल्दी हो जाता है. But if you have some good experienced person with us, then it becomes more fruitful and easy to expand also. But looking to the condition, we feel that now for some time our business is more fruitful in these things.
Okay, मुझे आपसे एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना है प्रकाश भाई. And how, with such a huge family, as you said, there are 8 people who are involved in the business, and I'm sure there may be some bahus, some daughters who are also working with you and supporting you in the business. How are you managing to keep the family together? This is not about the topic today, but I'm very interested in knowing that.
To keep the फैमिली को साथ रखने के लिए पहले एक ही चीज बड़े भाई ने भी शेयर किए कि जो जरूरत है उससे ज्यादा कमाओ, किसी को ऐसा मत बोलो कि तुम कम खर्च करो, इतना खर्च करना है तो इससे ज्यादा कमाओ। उसको कम खर्च करने का बोलेंगे तो उसको प्रॉब्लम आता है। उसको बोले खर्च इतना करो मगर ज्यादा कम, उससे ज्यादा कमा के आपको लाना है। This one thing is that, and another is thing we consider everyone equal. जो आदमी ज्यादा भी काम करता है या कम भी काम करता है मगर फिर भी he is equal to all. तो one main thing is सबको ऐसा कि पांचों उंगली सूर्य की नहीं होती है, मगर सबका काम जरूर पड़ता है। तो वी हैव डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। जैसे अभी मेरा छोटा भाई एक्सपायर हो गया, महेश भाई, बट ही वाज सो गुड एट सिलेक्शन ऑफ गोल्ड ज्वेलरी कि मैंने काफी लोग से सुना है कि गुजरात में क्वांटिटी तो शायद सबके पास ज्यादा होगी मगर क्वालिटी ऑफ ज्वेलरी विच दामोदर दास इज सुपर। दैट वाज बिकॉज ऑफ माय ब्रदर। मींस कुटुंब में सबका अलग अलग रोल होता है, अलग अलग सबके पास एबिलिटी होती है, तो वी उसका एबिलिटी कैसे यूज करना है वो इतना शॉप में इन्वॉल्व नहीं था, मैं परचेसिंग में इतना इन्वॉल्व था कि उसको एक एक ज्वेलरी सिलेक्ट करके वो लाता था। So we are proud of him.
Correct.
I got this last year he left, but
I know.
that was now his son is doing the same thing. You know, we have taken his son with the, and in that way we bring together everyone.
Correct.
And सबकी ability है वो अलग अलग क्या है वो समझ के अभी next 5th generation joining is the grandson of Praveen Bhai. Means the 5th generation Kashyap. He is now chartered accountant CA. He is also coming in the same business, but now we are taking help of him as he will be looking out of 3-4 groups.
Correct. He will be the group CA.
Yeah. So that is also we have one more benefits of it. So in that way we use the full ability of each and every person. Even you know that now in Diamond we have Ravi with us. You know his ability, his eye.
Yes, of course I know. Okay. Ankit, let me come to you. What is your advice to the gem and jewelry industry on diversification and growth that one can achieve within the industry also? Because you are in every stage of the pipeline.
I think after all the experiments and adventures, I am not going to say that diversify or don't diversify. I think I have learned 2 principles. Follow the customer, follow the consumer, and follow your heart. So I think that अगर हम, because कई बार हम लोग हमारे खुद के उसमें you know, we are only indulging in our own ideas and family का legacy and all of that. हम consumer को पहचानने में उस पे ध्यान नहीं देते हैं। तो आई थिंक अगर हम कंज्यूमर को फॉलो करें तो चेंज अपने आप से आएगा। इधर कितने सारे ज्वेलर्स है, यू नो, आई हैव बीन फॉलोइंग एज अ स्टूडेंट। आई थिंक विनोद अंकल इज ऑन द audience here, CKC, and you see that 5th generation, 6th generation in business, and they are evolving with the consumer, changing their methods of selling, changing. Now they are going digital in a whole different way. I know the younger generation is expanding into so many areas. So I think when we follow the customer, we are always staying with the times. And I think because of that, even in our existing business, हम change लाएंगे। या तो हम डाइवर्स, अगर अपॉर्चुनिटीज कंज्यूमर का मूव हो रहा है तो हम उसके साथ मूव होके डाइवर्सिफाई होंगे। अगर हम खाली डाइवर्सिफिकेशन कुछ नया करने का है या ये धंधे से निकल जाने का है, अगर उस सोच से खाली निकलेंगे तो आई थिंक चांसेस आर कि 9 out of 10 टाइम्स वो नेगेटिवली इफेक्ट होगा बिजनेस को और फैमिली को। अगर कंज्यूमर को फॉलो करें या अपने दिल को, जैसे कमल अंकल ने बोला, या तो उनका पैशन है उस चीज में, तो वो कैसे भी किधर से भी किसको भी लेके आएंगे और वो यू नो वो सीखेंगे। तो आई थिंक कंज्यूमर का रीड करने में और अपने दिल को फॉलो करने में, आई थिंक डाइवर्सिफिकेशन और चेंज खुद के बिजनेस में लाने में सक्सेस होगा।
Thank you very much, everybody. It has been a very insightful listening. And before I hand over to Ashok Bhai, I would like to express my view on diversification / expansion. everything has to be an educated decision. You cannot take a decision just on a gut feeling. Or a lot of people say they've invested in construction business, but a lot of the times that they are not really understanding the business. They're just putting in money there because the returns seem good. For me, putting money anywhere, putting your effort anywhere has to be based on a very calculated and very, very logical process of understanding what you are going to get into and how you're going to execute it. The second thing I would like to mention here is something that all of you all have said, that use of experts, consultants, advisors is something that you should always look forward to and not treat them as something which is a waste of an expense. So having said this, I believe that our industry today needs people to think along many different lines. And whether it is a concentric expansion or going all the way up to a offensive conglomerate diversification, you need to be sure that you are in the process of constantly thinking and doing whatever is necessary to make sure that you grow. And everybody needs to grow all the time. Thank you very much, panelists. You guys were wonderful. Your thought processes have been really enlightening. And I would now request Ashok Bhai to take over.
I think this was a very interesting session today, Hemant Bhai. Reminds me of many things come to my mind, particularly on the discussion Ankit had. And I remember 10 years ago at one of the IIJS shows, I was moving around with my son, and my son called me while I was speaking to someone. He said, "You must come and visit this booth." I said, "What is it?" He said, "They are into fancies." I said, "It's okay, I'll come." Again, I continued my discussion over there. He again came back after half an hour. He said, "No, you come now." I said, "Okay, I'm coming." So I went to Ankit's booth. I think that was their first time that they had set up their booth for Unrounds. I think it was probably the launch. And I told him straight away, I said, "You have a fantastic product on hand. And the idea that you come up with a jewelry line on this and with your first line of products, I find a really promising story behind this whole thing." And I said, it all reminds me of my own self in the 1980s when I used to go to Antwerp to buy fancy stones because they were not available in India at that time. You couldn't buy a princess cut in India, very difficult to find. And I realized in those days that the fancies were available at less than half the price, particularly in the size of 20, 25, 30 pointer, and where you make bangle sets and all. And the cost of that total bangle used to come down so drastically. The customers would every time say, "Okay, fine, I think I'll go for this. It has got equal shining, it has got equal good, and I'm getting absolute value for money." So in the 80s, I remember we used to do this, and nobody in India would be selling any fancies around anywhere. And I realized, I said, this guy has really got the vision to get back into this. It's only the Israeli people actually who used to do fancies even in Antwerp. You rarely find an Indian company also doing much in fancies. And now I think they have ruled the entire market on fancies today, and they've taken over as one of the largest companies in fancies. And it makes us all very proud of the whole thing and the way things have been taken ahead, and the way in which diversification has been discussed on a whole, if you really see. I think this gives a tremendous excitement. I also can recollect meeting Prakash Bhai in 2005 or 2006 when GJF was being formed. And I think he will recollect, I had gone to Baroda for some reason or the other. And he had so very well, really encouraged us in everything. And he told me that I am starting a new institute for aircraft management. I did not even understand what he was saying. I said, this is way beyond my understanding, but how the hell does a jeweler land up on aircraft maintenance? I said, આપણી દુકાન નથી સંભાળી શકતા એને તમે aircraft કેવી રીતે maintain કરશો? But I said, at least you have the courage to get into something different. And I think today it is a true fact that those who have diversified have actually spread out their wings, who have kept their eggs in different baskets. And in any difficult times, they always have some source of revenue generating from somewhere or the other. And I think it is COVID, basically. It is one of the most difficult times that is opening up all these subjects of discussions. There's all these parameters and all these elements that we are discussing today are coming up because of COVID. And I think it is a mind changer. It is a mind bender. And it is also giving us immense new ideas and thoughts that can really, want us to. I wish I was about 25 years younger. Start something again new all the way. But I think we've reached a stage in life where I know that we look at rather playing golf than doing many new things. But irrespectively, I think it was very interesting of all the speakers who have spoken so well and really shared their thoughts extremely in a very calculated and a very understanding manner. And I personally thank each and every one of you.
I would like to just say, Hemant bhai, that Ashok bhai, thank you. I think in my memory, there was so much support from him and Vinod uncle and Bajaj uncle. In those times, they were the chairmen of GGF. And on every show, they would find a way to get me on, and they would go and tell every single person that, you have to go and try something with this company, with this guy. So Ashok bhai, I have a lot of fond memories. And really, thank you so much for all the support you've given to me over the years.
Oh, Ankit, we were totally crazy about your smile, and about the way you started at the age at which you guys started off. I tell you, I must salute you for what you have done and what you have achieved today. So I think you guys are a great example, and I need to fold my hands in front of you more than anything and anybody else. But I have a mobile in my hands. But I think we have an official vote of thanks to be given by Mr. Sayyam Mehra. So whenever you feel, Hemant bhai, he'll be ready.
So if there are any questions from the audience that would need to be taken up, we can this thing. Sayyam, have you been tracking the
when I'm looking at the chats and there are there.
Okay.
If you can check, there are not a lot of questions, so you can go ahead if you agree.
No, so I think you can go ahead with the vote of thanks, Sayyam.
Okay, thank you, Hemant bhai. It was an excellent session where you told us about the Khada Vivekaran and jewelry, and not only jewelry that we are looking into, and the horizontal Vivekaran, I can also say. The defensive diversification and the offensive diversity that we are looking at. Kamal Singhania ji spoke that how his father was when 16 years he passed away, and then he had to jump into the business, and from after that he started shifted his business from the original 200 square feet to 3,000 square feet and shifted into the Amul milk factory business, which he of course got it from his suggestion from his in-laws. And there always should be a way and proper people who we can trust upon, proper consultants which he came across, who has already worked with the Amul industry since many years. So it was a class to all of us where we could understand that we always need correct consultants to go ahead. And gold business, which has not been very active for the last for the entire year, and it has only been 6 months, 8 months business, and the other 4 months have been empty. So the diversification is very much required, and we have to come out from our comfort zone and to get into another business is also very important in order to grow and be in a very happy space. We understood from Ravi ji, Damodar's Jewellers, that how he has started a college for airlines to how to learn his film industry and also the arbitration business for the domestic and the international problems whichever we are facing with the government. The MSME problems जो आज के तारीख में हम लोग को आती हैं, उसके लिए also in Mumbai and other places also which he has started. It's a big joint family and it is very difficult to run a joint family today. And so I would like to say that बहुत ज़्यादा effort लगता है पूरे सब 8 भाइयों को साथ में लेके चलना. And I think a very important thing which he has told us today is that पैसा इतना कमाओ कि किसी को कम ना पड़े, जिससे मुझे लगता है कि एक फैमिली को साथ में रहने के अंदर बहुत हेल्प होता है. There are other distributions which he has done, like Grandmasti Machine and friends also. Some important advice whenever it comes to you, it is very important to evaluate it and take it ahead, use it and grow with it. So something which Ravi ji and Prakash ji have told us. Ankit has been a friend since many years. We met many years ago at Bashar ji's son's wedding, daughter's wedding, I can say, and his family, and we've always been exchanging some ideas always. He has always been humble and always has said that his father and uncle have shown the way, and according to their vision, he has been taking a way to the growth. As an excellent idea, which we all have learned, that it is the coconut tree and the banyan tree. We should always look ourselves to grow like a banyan tree, where the company Walking Tree has taken from a Princess Diamond. It has from Princess Diamond, it has come down to lab-grown diamonds, 3D printing, and also other ways of growing and jumping opportunity. Whichever it comes your way, he's always taken it in his consideration. Areas of the consultation that always a person should not just diversify for money, but also through its own mind, that wherever it is required, wherever the area of interest has been, there a person should grow. And the two people also or the other people also, whoever come your way to give you intellectual intellect, you should always take the advice of the intelligent people around you and grow accordingly. So Ankit, we have learned a lot from you. And there's one more thing. I think we should not forget the Steve Jobs in the entire process, where he has been able to influence you, and you have been in turn influencing the other people in the industry. That when you are new, something wherever there is a lacuna in the market, always we need something or the other. There is a vision, and where we as entrepreneurs understand what is the lacuna and what is the gap in the market, we ourselves have to come up with something new and which the market accepts, and automatically there will be growth for the company ourselves and the people around us. So thank you.
Yeah, we have so Vinod, I agree. If you would like to, can
Vinod ji is here. Great.
You can ask him to join.
Vinod ji.
Arey Baba, thank you very much.
I will just.
This was very, very interesting. Thank you for alerting us for this. Each of the members who have taken on this panel are very, very inspirational. We all should be thankful that they shared such good, frankly, they spoke very frankly, not just like that. They really put their heart into it. Hemant bhai, you did some fantastic moderation. I like the fact that at the end of the day, no family or no business can continue without diversification. It may be called diversification, it may be called expansion, it may be horizontal, offensive, defensive, as Hemant bhai says very rightly. But at the end of the day, I think every little step forward It doesn't matter how much money you make. Rome was never built in a day. Anyway, like Fateh Phillips says, we only take care of today for the next generation. So each generation has to build it for the next generation. The past generation's fruits, we may see somebody else's fruits, we share. I think the lessons of today has been extremely interesting, extremely inspirational. Thank you to all of you for such a wonderful session. Time flew like this.
Thank you, Vinod.
A very, very big thanks to Hemant Bhai for the wonderful moderation. You're always very, very good, Hemant Bhai. And you always do your homework extremely well. And more than anything, you can be woken up 5 minutes ago and asked to attend, and I think you would still be able to handle any webinar with the kind of experience and the expertise and the kind of oratory skills that you have. You can manage anything. You've always been a great value to all of us and part of our Mindspeak team, and I officially also have to thank you.
Thank you, Ashok Bhai. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Viraj Bhai also.
Thank
Guys,
you, Vinod. Thank you,
till we meet again next Sunday, have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead, and take care. Be safe. All the very best.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kamal Bhai. Prakash Kaka, thank you. Ravi, thank you.
Aman bhai,
Bye.
bye, and everyone.
हाँ जी, सबको हमारा नमस्कार और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया इस वेबिनार में. Big thank you to all of you. कमल जी आपको and प्रकाश भाई and रवि भाई आपको भी.
Thank you very much.
We will miss Nitin Bhai.
जय राम जी की.
Ashok bhai, next week we are meeting at 6:30 on Sunday.
Yes, same time next week. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
All the best. Thank you.
Everybody.